a health situation in a reading, I mean, those certain cards represent certain body parts, or
yeah, but I mean, it's actually quite simple. I mean, if the future cards have got lots of meeting people and doing stuff and actions and going places and things, and I say, well, you're not likely to be doing that from a hospital bed, are you?
No.
I say, no, that's true. It's very often when they do ask, most of the time there's nothing wrong. They're just hoping it continues like that. But occasionally there's some people are sick, but I mean, they kind of know they're sick anyway, so it's not like a different sort of thing. But I mean, sometimes you can, it's the mental stuff that causes the sickness and the attitudes half the time. If you're depressive about life, or you've kind of given up and all these things, you're going to create situations.
In Israel Regardie's middle pillar, he's on about the flow of energies through the body, which are comparable to the chakras.
Yeah.
And if those energies are blocked,
Yeah.
it expresses it. And these are the energies. So this is mainly emotional, psychological.
Yeah.
It manifests itself as a sickness.
Yeah.
And in the book, he states, which I find a bold statement, but then again, it's an old book. When things are too messed up, your body wants to kill itself and you get cancer. Cancer is the body committing suicide, according to Israel Regardie in the middle pillar.
Yeah. The body has far more, the mind has no awareness. Okay. It just has thoughts.
But the mind has more power than anyone.
No. Yeah, but the body has awareness. The body has feelings. The body knows it's cold, it's hungry, it's thirsty. And he says, no, you don't need that. I should be on a diet. So I shouldn't be drinking this thing. I have to drink that stuff. I have to be vegan. I have to be all these things. The body isn't saying
up early. I have to go to work.
The body says, I'm hungry. Food in the stomach. It's not an animal thing. But when you're connected with the body, you're more aware. And basically, there's the simplest one, especially for a woman, is she wants to go out with a guy and she really fancies him. Or the body, she gets a response from her body, oh my God, her feelings. But her head says, no, you can't, it's wrong, you shouldn't. It's the head that judges. The body doesn't judge. The body doesn't say this is wrong. The body rejects it or embraces. You see. So what women do is they disconnect entirely from their body. The head is separate from the body. And when that happens, your head is just full of thoughts and they never stop, especially at 2 a.m. It's going round and round and round and round and round. Because the body is disconnected from the body. As soon as you connect back with the body, because the body doesn't have thoughts,
estranged from themselves.
Yeah, you'll find that all these things calm down very, very quickly. You see. So it's not, you're not, like some people say, oh, body, what would you like? You don't say things like that. If the body wants, if you're hungry and the only thing around is McDonald's, then go to McDonald's. It's not wrong, but it's wrong when you deny yourself and judgment.
Or when you have too much as well.
Yes, well, that's another thing, is it? But sometimes you're doing that to get out of stuff as well. Coming back to the cancer thing you mentioned earlier, cancer is actually ruled by Jupiter and its expansion, because the cancer is basically an uncontrolled expansion of cells in the body that shouldn't happen. So it's a Jupiterian thing. It's not a Saturn thing. Saturn would make you skinny and give you skin problems and bone problems and stuff, but it's not such a Cancerian thing. I mean, there's obviously exceptions to it, but that I mean, I once did a reading for a woman. She was utterly, she was pissed off. She told she had cancer of not the spleen, one of those things. The organs in the body around that area, and it's a 3-month death sentence she'd been given by the doctor. Yeah. And
but when you have someone like that coming to read the cards, that puts a weight on you, eh? You know, you have, I don't
Well,
know.
well, the interesting thing on this one was that, you know, she was pissed off with the doctor with the way he told her, you got cancer, you're going to die, you know, basically. And she was very angry with the whole sort of thing and stuff. And so we sort of looked, you know, calmed her down a bit, you know, sort of stuff, things. We looked at the cards. I said, well, to be honest with you, you don't have the Three of Swords and you don't have the Four of Swords. The Three of Swords is sickness.
The Three of Swords is sickness.
Yeah, yeah.
Write that down, boys and girls.
Well, it's also it's sorrow and it's breakup and things. It's seeing things in a melancholy way as well. But the Four of Swords is hospital visits or recuperation or something like that. You know, so if you see the Four of Swords, it can be friendship and finding people of a similar mind around you. But in certain situations, it can mean hospital visits.
And recovery, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. So I said to her, look, you know, it's these cards aren't about sickness. You know, they're about living life. Maybe you should get a boyfriend. And she contacted me a couple of weeks later. She had a second opinion, and there's nothing wrong with her.
Oh. It's nice and it's nice when this happens, and especially when you read the cards, you don't know nothing. I don't. I'm just reading.
Well,
Dude, that person.
No, hang on. No. This is not true. This is not true. You do know. You do know.
Yeah, but I mean,
but it's the cards that facilitate that level of knowledge coming through for that person at that moment. We all know, we just pretend not to know or don't want to know. This is why, you know, just, you know, if you saw a serious car accident, you're not the cause of it. You just happen to be there and saw it.
Mm.
You know, because you're walking on the road and car hit someone or another car and things like this. But in one aspect, it's that would be a sign of you waking up. You need to, before something hits you, possibly, you need to do something in your life to change things. That's not the only way you can see things, but it's an interesting thing about these things. So these are all opportunities in readings to heal yourself of things that possibly you didn't know you had. I'm not talking about sickness here particularly, but just understanding aspects of yourself and personality and things. I mean, I've got a lot more, maybe I'm getting older, but I'm a lot more tolerant and allowance of things than I was 5 or 6 years ago. You know,
you get mellow as you get wiser.
Yeah, mellow.
Understand more. That's wisdom kicking in.